What are the top 5 qualities you look for in a team member? A lot of us might say talent, but actually a team member can have great talent and be terrible on a team. Let me give you the 5 most important qualities you look for in team members. My name is Alan Nelson, and welcome to Lead Young Institute. A person who is talented may fit on a team, but if they don't have the ability to work well on a team, then their talent is wasted and they'll probably either be alienated or they'll quit the team. So there's a thing called the Big Five. The Big Five refers to 5 qualities that have been proven time and time again to help people be more effective on a team than others. So let me give them to you today, but actually we're going to do it in a little bit different style. Instead of the typical titles, I'm going to describe them in the way that I think is a little bit easier to understand, and we're going to use the metaphor of shoes. We all need different shoes for different situations. Well, these 5 are good to have in your team members, and so let me introduce them to you right now. The first is they are social on teams. The second quality is that they're open to ideas. The third quality is that they're stable in stress. The fourth quality is that they own the project. And the fifth quality is they're agreeable with others. So again, we're going to introduce each one. I'm going to give you an idea of what they are. And then I want you to think in terms of people you know that will be more effective on your team than others. All right, here we go. The first quality is social on teams. What we mean by that is this person's kind of like a sandal. Sandals are comfortable, they're easy to wear, they don't bind us. And someone with this quality is a nice conversationalist. They're kind of fun to have on a team. They have a good sense of humor, they can listen well, they're a good conversationalist. The original quality was called extroversion. But sometimes when we say extroversion, we think of someone who's just a talker or the life of the party, and sometimes they wear us out. Really, what we're talking about here is just someone who has good social skills, so they're comfortable to be around. That's a quality that's important to have on a team. A second quality to look for in team members is that they're open to ideas. This is kind of like a running shoe, because when you run, you want to be able to change into different courses. Maybe you have to go over a curb, or you're going through a field, or you're running down the street, but you want something that's flexible, that's going to support. And the quality of being open to ideas means you're willing to change. You're flexible, you're adaptable. When a person is very set in their ways, when they're not very adaptable, when they don't respond to new things well, it makes them more difficult to have on a team. So you want someone who's kind of like a running shoe. They're open to ideas. A third quality that's good to have in team members is that they're stable in stress. Now, a good metaphor for that is the deck shoe. Deck shoes were made to be worn on boats because boats will rock up and down, and sometimes the deck gets wet. So you want to have good traction. You want something that's comfortable and easy, but yet will be safe. And whenever you go through teamwork and you focus on a project, there'll be tense times. So you want people who don't become rattled. They don't get angry. They don't lose their cool. You want people who are good under pressure. So this sort of stability, being stable in stress, is a great quality to have in team members. A fourth quality we want to see in great team members is we want people who will own the project. And a shoe like this, a dress shoe, is kind of like that, because we want someone who will have ownership, a pride of ownership. We wear dress shoes when we're going to nice events, when we want to look presentable, when we want to sort of look fancy. And that is a sense of ownership. It's mine. Even if we're just a member of the team and we're working for a company or we're working for someone else, we want someone who will feel responsibility. And so that sense of ownership is very important. They are conscientious. They want to do their best at a task, and sometimes they'll come early, sometimes they'll stay late, but we want them to own it. And that is a very special quality to have in team members. And a fifth quality we look for in great team members is that they're agreeable to others. Being agreeable to others means they're willing to state their ideas, but if the team says, no, I think we should go this way, then they will do that. Kind of like this hiking shoe. The hiking shoe allows us to go over all sorts of terrains, and it adjusts to the terrain. When you're on a team and you're going through projects, you're going to have a lot of ideas and a lot of decisions. And so ultimately you want people who will share their ideas, but they need to go with sometimes your decision as a leader, or they need to go with the group's consensus of what's best. So that agreeability allows them to fit in and allows them to go along with the team and still be unified, even if they have a different opinion. You want someone who's agreeable on the team. So these are the big five. These are the 5 qualities that consistently we want to find in team members who are going to be effective on a team. People who are social on teams, people who are open to ideas, people who are stable in stress, people who own the project, and people who are agreeable with others. But believe it or not, what makes good leaders are really only 4 of these qualities. In fact, leaders tend to be lower in one of them. Do you have any guess what it might be? Well, believe it or not, leaders tend to be lower in agreeable with others. The reason is that sometimes leaders have to make difficult decisions. They have to be willing to make the tough calls, and that means being unpopular. You see, agreeability is being cooperative, but sometimes as leaders, we have to go against what others think because we think it's the right decision. So again, these qualities are great for team members, but one of the qualities that tends to be a little bit lower for leaders is agreeability. So these are the qualities you want in your team member's wardrobe. You want to make sure they have each of these shoes, and they will bring their talents and they will be effective on a team. We hope that you've enjoyed this edition of Lead Young Institute. Obviously, click on the like button, subscribe, and there are some other resources in the description below. Again, my name is Alan Nelson. Until we meet again, lead on.